Tired of the empty, bloated, caloric content most streamers pass off as entertainment? Unsatisfied with stale, bland, painfully average shows that any computer-generated AI can spit out? Sick of paying way too much of your hard-earned money for the same old garbage in this economy? Well, Mecha Random 42 has just what you need. From live streams to games, you'll get nothing but the best unscripted entertainment YouTube has to offer. When you become a member, you'll support a truly independent content creator for just pennies a day. You don't need YouTube's algorithm to tell you what to watch. Bookmark the channel today and become a member. You'll thank yourself.
Oh, you will never believe how much money Disney has lost on the Galactic Starcruiser! Wait a minute, yes you did, it's in the opening. I am Mecha! Please subscribe to this channel! And today we are talking a little bit about the Galactic Starcruiser and the failure and laughing at that, and a little bit about little Miss Kathleen Kennedy.
Yes, of course.
Maybe, just a little bit. That's not really her middle name, but it might as well be. It might as well be. Who are you? Why are you here?
I'm Rob off camera.
And you're a little bit better at recognizing some of the more obscure Star Wars stuff than I. And you can tell us a little bit why about some of this might have been a failure.
You know why? You know why it's a failure? I'll give you. It's too darn expensive.
It's too expensive.
It's too darn expensive.
Guests decided it was they felt ripped off. They felt genuinely ripped off with lazy theming. This is from a year ago. They did not like this. And This is the same source. Here you go. The experience comes with a hefty price tag starting at $4,809. $4,800, not $48. $4,809 for 2 guests. For this reason, guests expect a perfect high-quality experience when they board their shuttle up to the Star Wars Hotel. One guest unfortunately felt ripped off after their trip on board the Galactic Starcruiser with a few friends. Reddit user, I'm not trying to pronounce that, shared their experience writing, "I am honestly incredibly bothered by how much I pay for the Starcruiser versus how low budget the whole experience seemed, the whole operation seemed."
Well, listen, we've seen what a $2,400 a night hotel looks like, okay?
Yeah.
This isn't a $2,400 a night hotel.
All right, we're going through looking at the edit here. We're looking at comparable things. I decided to look tonight at one of the most expensive rooms here at the Aria. What do you think? Skyview Strip Suite 2-bedroom penthouse. Let's take a look at the Aria. Let's see tonight. How much is it tonight? Well, the 24th, we can get it for $1,100 for the night. For the Aria Strip View, see what you get for $1,100. And you get 2,000 square feet. You get 2 king beds, 6 guests. You've thought of everything. 2-bedroom penthouse is the ultimate contemporary private sky pool. You get a private sky pool.
And luxury airport transportation. They will pick you up and drop you off from the airport.
And that's only $1,000 for crying out loud. Look at this room, okay? And you get a private pool. We'll probably grab a picture of this somewhere. You won't be able to enter your penthouse that you've realized you've arrived. Oh, for crying out loud. 2 bedrooms include custom residential decor, unmatched amenities, dramatic views of Las Vegas, our signature one-touch room controls, and of course, exclusivity. Las Vegas may be your destination, but it won't be until you enter your penthouse that you've realized you've arrived. That's what they're saying.
Special access, technology, luxury airport transportation, secluded lounge, complimentary food and beverages, including nightly wine.
Preferred dining reservations.
Personalized concierge. They have a guy that takes care of things.
Private sky pool. You got a strip view. Separate living room area. Powder room.
Private elevators. You don't even have to deal with other guests.
And that's only $1,000 per night. So you could do 4 nights of this.
Or you could stay in a windowless bunker in Orlando.
No wonder people feel ripped off. Holy crap, I want to do this.
100% cotton bath linens.
Anyone want to donate money for this? I mean, you know.
Look at that. Holy schmagoli there.
Wow. Where's the pool? Where's the private pool? Load more.
Load more. One more. I mean, well, there's
You get a private dining room.
It's a freaking apartment, okay? It's a luxury apartment.
It's a 2,000 square foot luxury apartment penthouse in the Aria that you get for a night for $1,000. No wonder people do this. Oh, for crying out loud. That's not even that expensive to do on a weeknight. Do it in the middle of the week and it's what? $1,000. Do it on the weekend is probably a lot more.
You could stay 4 nights.
You could do 4 nights of that.
Here.
For 6 people.
For 6 people.
You don't have to pay per person. That's 6 people.
Sneak them in.
Sneak them in. No, it says 6 are allowed.
Yeah, up to 6 guests.
It says 6 are allowed in that room.
6 guests, yes.
You could do 6 people in this room.
Yes.
It's a 2,000 square foot apartment. And they have the nerve to charge this much for this windowless bunker that they feel ripped off at. Yeah, I would too. All right, back to the video. No, for a $2,400 a night hotel in Las Vegas, you usually get some giant mega suite with like a few rooms and a kitchen and, 3 or 4 bathrooms. And that's what you get for $2,400 a night.
Yeah.
Here you get a windowless bunker with their video's unavailable. Well, we'll put it in post. You get a windowless bunker with line dancing and bingo.
If you tell my force, my achy breaky force, I might blow up like Alderaan.
Blue milk and a cubby for your kid to sleep in. You get one little bed with nothing else. It feels like, according to what people are saying, it seems like it feels like you're being held hostage against your will.
Yeah, blue milk that was making some people break out in hives.
That's
from
right.
what I remember.
Right. They had allergens like coconut allergies and stuff. So if you're allergic to coconut, you can't have it, and they don't bother to tell you. Oh, what is this?
Who came up with that recipe?
And you know what? Maybe if it had been Tatooine, it would have been good. But Kathleen Kennedy said no. So people always say, it's not Kathleen Kennedy's fault. It's not Kathleen Kennedy's fault. Yeah, she said, well, this is the Galaxy's Edge.
Well, it's all tied
you
together.
go into it. You go into Galaxy's Edge. So this is where I always kind of go back into her. She changed it to the new stuff. She changed it to the new trilogy, even at the base original park thing before the hotel. Imagine if you go to the hotel and then suddenly you're on Tatooine. Would that have made it more worth people's while, I wonder?
What made it more recognizable, Tatooine is in how many of these freaking movies?
Pretty much all of them. Star Wars Theory. He's got an idea of what he wants to see, and this is kind of why I'm like, no. We don't want fans. We don't want super uber fans. I don't think I do. I barely recognize any of this, and I sat on the High Council for a year.
This apparently is a Sith temple.
You want Sith temple, Jedi temple, all this stuff, with children's activities and blah, blah, blah. I hate to break it to you. I really, really do. This is great if you're an uber Star Wars fan. Galaxy's Edge needs to be accessible to people who think that Darth Vader has a lightsaber. All right? I hate to be blunt like that. You need the normies to come in, and you need it to be cheap enough and accessible enough for the normies to know what people are doing. Everybody knows who Luke Skywalker is. Nobody knows who Poe Dameron is, except for hardcore Star Wars fans. And he's in a main movie.
Mm-hmm. Okay, fair question. How much do you think is a good price point for this kind of thing?
For an overnight, I mean, maybe $1,000, maybe for like an overnight experience, right?
Yeah, with all the other amenities and like the role playing.
Yeah, they got role playing. I mean, if the food's included, yeah, I think you can eat food there, but then you can pay extra for higher end. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I mean, like I said, it has to be accessible enough for me to not feel like I'm being dragged along for a bunch of stuff I don't know and a bunch of experiences. I don't want to feel like I'm having to sit there and being forced to watch the cartoons when I really, really only want to watch the original trilogy as a, and I'm not saying me personally, but I'm using the me as the, imagine your mom or your grandma or somebody you're dragging with you to convince to go, especially if you're a kid and loves Star Wars. Imagine you're the kid and you're not that into Star Wars. You need this accessible enough for the family member who doesn't want to role play this.
Here's the thing. They say, oh, well, we want this based on the new sequels. This stuff isn't even in the new movies. That's how flustered I am.
Yeah, Captain Keevan isn't even in the new sequels. Well, that's okay. They didn't even bother to tell them that they were closing until like they were in the middle of it.
The ship that's based on isn't in the new movies. The planet Batu isn't in the new movies. You're not giving people anything that's recognizable. I'm being 100% serious here.
It's closing permanently here. So this is where they say they didn't even tell the cast. Oh, there's the beds. You get to sleep
There's the
in
freaking beds. Look at this.
For $4,000, you can sleep in one of those.
What is this, a Motel 6?
I would have better accommodations at Coachella,
I
or
mean,
Burning Man, or Electric Daisy Carnival.
And you have to, in Burning Man, you have to pitch a tent in the middle of the freaking desert.
But at least it'd be private. It wouldn't be in the hole in the wall, literally.
Yeah.
And we haven't even gotten to how much it lost. Oh, you're not going to believe how much it lost.
Well, the Imagineers were working on this right up and through the date where it was announced.
The announcement was closed?
Yeah. I mean, so...
So they didn't even tell them that they were closing it? They just kind of pulled the plug halfway.
Yeah, guys, you know what? We're closing it and you're all out of a job. See you later.
So then what they would do, put the hammer down mid set change out or whatever? Oh, no.
Yeah, well, I mean...
Oh, for crying out. So they lost a lot of money. They lost more money than Solo. How much do you want to guess?
A lot. I mean, this is a lot. Well, this is a hotel, so it's going to lose a lot.
Oh, crap. $300 million tax write-off. Okay, $300 million. Solo lost $80 million.
Yes.
This lost them $300 million.
This lost the equivalent of five or four solos. 4 solos. You go see Solo 4 times, that's how much it's lost.
The Disney World closure in September of the Galactic failure Starcruiser mistake will enable them to claim a write-off of approximately $300 million, as stated by Disney Parks Chairman Josh D'Amaro during the J.P. Morgan Global Technology and Media Communications Conference.
Yeah, they're gonna have to close it before the end of the third quarter.
How is that legal? How can they write off millions like this? That's what I want to know. See, I'm gonna get a little preachy and a little on my high horse. It's like, I don't care about the tribal memes or any of that stuff. Why is it legal for these giant billion-dollar corporations to be able to write off $300 million? How is that legal? Why can't they? At what point are they not allowed to just go bankrupt? Are they not forced to go bankrupt when it's that many millions and millions and millions? I guess it's because they're worth billions and billions. But at the same time, you should not be legally allowed to write off that much. If you are that big of a corporation and you are spending that kind of money, we need to cap write-offs, I think. We need to cap losses. Because the government, I should not be paying for their mistake at this point.
Not the worst idea I've heard.
Really, why am I paying for their mistake at this point? Why am I busy paying for their mistake with my tax dollars when every other thing is going to everybody else? This is a lot of money too, right? This is a lot of, I'm not talking about a bunch of tanks that are sitting around in a desert somewhere that we've already got laying around that we already wasted money on. Believe me, don't get me started on how much money they already lost and wasted on that by making all that crap that they're sending places. Why this too? This is what I want to focus on instead of the stuff that's all tribal, memey, preachy, whatever BS. This needs to be investigated. I am Mecca. That's my high horse.
And I'm Rob off camera.
Do we have anything else to say about this?
All I've got to say is, listen. This is any other park in Florida. I mean, parks in Florida go belly up all the time. You don't hear about it. But this is a very high-profile failure. And the fact that it's Star Wars makes it even a higher profile.
And it's just more of Kathleen Kennedy's mess and Florida's mess and all of the above. And just this massive mismanagement of these giant corporations. And I'm tired of it.
This was a bad idea from the word go.
We were saying that. I'm like, who has that kind of money to throw away on this thing and keep this sustainable forever with this? Who knows what this is? This is such a niche of a niche of a niche, isn't it?
Yes.
Make it, like I said, make it accessible to people who think that Darth Vader has a lightsaber. Mm-hmm. I'm not kidding. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you later. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for watching. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button. And if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye.
If you tell my force, my achy breaky force, I might blow up like Alderaan.
Yes, of course.